Welcome to ExtremeHealthRadio.com with weekly radio shows designed to empower you to take control back of your health and your life. This audio blog is brought to you by Morocco Method, which is a raw, vegan, wild-crafted, organic hair care products picked under the lunar cycle, and they leave your hair feeling soft, clean, and smelling amazing, even if you have oily hair like Kate and I do. So check them out, ExtremeHealthRadio.com/MM, or you can check them out in our store as well. And if you'd like to read this particular post, leave a comment, or check out any of the links contained within the article, you can go to extremehealthradio.com/JAB242. All right, let's get started. Here's what happens when you stop listening to others. Do you feel like you listen to the opinion of others way too much? I do that all the time, and I'm sure you do as well. Why do we do that? Why do we look to the opinion of others more than what we think about a certain topic? When I first started Extreme Health Radio, I learned all about podcasting and how to do radio interviews from lots of different people. And because they were successful, I figured, why reinvent the wheel? Why not just emulate what other people are doing who were already successful? Wrong move. But it's difficult when you like and respect certain people. You want to listen to them, but there comes a time when you just have to listen and do what you want. You have to follow your own gut on certain issues. In regards to podcasting, I would listen to people say things like, the first voice people should hear should be yours. Make sure to let people know at the very beginning of the show what the show is going to be about. Make sure you have a clear outline of the questions you want to have for your guest. Make sure the audio player for the show button is at the very top of the page. Take speaking lessons. Make sure you sound polished and educated and perfect. And try to get guests on who are very popular so that they can share your show with their audience, and on it goes. And to be honest, I did listen to a lot of that advice, but thankfully not to the last one very much. But there comes a time when you just have to stop following the opinions of others and trust your own path and follow your own path. A line in the sand must be drawn so you can forge a new direction and do something that nobody else is doing, regardless of whether or not it's going to be successful in the eyes of others. In our culture and our society, we're taught from a young age to trust, emulate, respect authority figures, and so on. We do this with parents, pastors, teachers, older siblings, doctors, police officers, firemen, and every other profession I can think of. Who died and made them God, and what makes them some kind of authority over us? Nothing, but simply our opinion of them. Wearing a badge doesn't make them an authority, and the fact that they went to school doesn't mean some doctor knows more about our body than I do. But this mentality is bred into every fiber of our being starting from birth. So naturally, when it comes to certain things in our lives, we hand over our intuition and listen to perceived authority figures before we listen to our own hearts. So with that said, here's why our shows last for 2 hours or more. People would tell me at the very beginning, people won't listen to a show that's longer than 60 minutes. It's way too long. Some people even said that 30 minutes is the ideal length of a podcast. I listened to these people when we were first starting out, and now I say to hell with that idea. I realize that there are some deep topics that you just can't cover in 30 minutes because of technology like cell phones, iPads, computers. Our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. So should I cater to the lowest common denominator and write super short posts or do really short podcasts that are more fluffy and light? Or should we really dive deep and spend more time on certain issues that really need to be covered? And yes, I realize we could lose listeners, but I really don't care. I want to cater to the people that care deeply about certain topics, and they can listen to our longer shows in chunks over the course of a couple days. In my opinion, there's too much fluff in our society, and attention spans are getting to the point where just about everyone might as well be diagnosed with ADD. Commercials are short, sound bites are short, movies cut to new scenes every few seconds, and this trains our attention span to be short and extremely shallow. So why would I want to cater to that kind of mentality just because everybody else is doing it? Could we lose listeners, potentially lose support, and make less sales on products? Of course we can, but I really don't care. Like I said before, sometimes you have to stick to your ideals. Bring people up instead of catering to the lowest thought level in your audience. There are other shows out there, and maybe they'll like those ones. If you're a teacher and 95% of your students are geniuses, why would you tailor the curriculum to the 5% who aren't? In my case, I'm following my gut with our show, and we'll be implementing some changes in the coming months, regardless of whether or not their successful podcasters think it's a good idea or not. So how does this come back to you? In your case, Start listening to your own body and your own intuition about things, and start treating all the other people in your life like talking heads. They are just opinions, and they don't have to live with the consequences of your actions. Only you do. So trust your gut more, listen to your heart, follow your instincts, and stop listening to the opinions of others, even me. I'm just a secondary character in the movie that is your life. So listen to your own conscience, and only good things can come from that. So trust me. Wait, no, don't trust me, trust you. If you like this information, please help Kate and I out by subscribing to our podcast. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. Just head on over to iTunes and search for Extreme Health Radio, all one word, and we would appreciate that so much. And don't miss out on any of our cutting-edge radio shows that happen on a weekly basis with cutting-edge authors, scientists, and doctors that teach you natural healing protocols that just one day could save your life. And also, don't forget to sign up to our newsletter and get our free gift to you, which is a book called Lessons from the Miracle Doctors, written by John Barron, that sells for $20 on Amazon. You can get that for free immediately upon signing up, and you can join thousands of other people who have already done